So over a decade ago, Ann and I began to plan for our retirement. Residing in Alberta, we decided BC is where we wanted to live. So that search led us to buying this property.
And the day the realtor drove us in here, we didn't even get to the top of the property and we knew we wanted it.
To our advantage, the neighbors have been great, and our one neighbor has cattle ranging on the properties. So we enjoy having the cattle around. There's tons of wildlife and deer. So
bears come through and the cougars are here.
Yeah.
We see them all.
The draw for us was location, view.
And just being in nature.
Yeah.
And being able to do what we love to do.
So it's remote, yet it isn't, because we're very close to sunlight. Our challenges, of course, were to find a builder that we felt comfortable with, because both of us spent our careers in the construction industry. And so I know the challenges of a custom project. One weekend we were down at the lower end of our property. We ran into a neighbor that recommended Brandon and said that Brandon and his family live close by. Call them, because they're builders in the valley and they do great work. And so getting Brandon and Lance and then Matthew up here to see what we had planned, I mean, that has been the single best decision that we've made to date. And hiring them not as just a general contractor, we wanted partners. Our relationship with DMD was very positive right from the start. As the president of the Alberta Construction Association in Alberta, I mean, I met most of the trades in that province, right? But out here, I knew no one. And that's one of the key aspects. And we didn't have any issues with any trade on the project.
No, and they were willing to work with a trade that they didn't know that we wanted when it came to the timber frames.
They had to work very closely with European Timber Frame in order to put together a very complex roof system. And the best part was that they nailed it. I mean, European Timber Frame came in and they said, well, you're not even out a millimeter. You're dead on. From our experience, again, we know that communication with your general contractor is critical. And I had never experienced the amount of communication that we have with Brandon. They brought us, more importantly, ideas. Well, what if we do it this way? And then, wow, we get to decide right away, and boom, it's built. And people's attitudes too. I mean, Brandon's relationship and Lance's with trades are one of collaboration. Let's work together. What do you need us to do so you can do your job, so you can be successful? But I never once felt that I had to go over and say, well, I would have done it this way. So from our point of view of easy to work with, I mean, it just doesn't happen in the business that your contractor performs the way that they did. So, I mean, we got to the point calling Brandon and say, hey, Sweet Cheeks, can you come over here? And then the guys would laugh at I mean, that's the relationship that we had. It was
they
important.
Became friends in the end.
We became friends.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, we had forest fires raging around us all last summer. They went out and got their sprinklers from their orchards, brought them up. We set up hoses. They just said, no, we need to protect you.
Well, I think both Ann and I would agree that we would certainly recommend DMD Contracting. They weren't just our builder. They were our partners. They were looking after us. What a great way to wrap up a career in your retirement home. I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that.